few weeks ago, my feed on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok got absolutely ambushed by viral videos of ape-like creatures. Stuff titled Big Yowie, Bigfoot vlogs, and other primate AI monstrosities pulling pranks on people camping or just trying to mind their own business in the woods. And I thought, if Bigfoot can be AI and all these wild things, Bigfoot can fish. So why not turn the legend himself into a lure and see what bites? Let's be real. Yowie, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever flavor of cryptid you prefer, this skunk ape came out of the algorithm swinging. If there was a lure gladiator, Bigfoot takes the cake. My man's a living, walking folktale with global circulation and no copyright restriction. Thousands of outdoorsmen and women have Bigfoot stories. Ours goes back to a canoe trip in the boundary waters between US and Canada. 7 days off-grid hauling gear like mules through the woods. One night, my youngest brother woke up to pee and claimed he saw Bigfoot hurling boulders off a cliff at 2 a.m. We heard the crazy splashing of massive objects crashing into the lake, but we called BS. We told him to stop messing with us, but it turns out he never actually left the tent. He was so spooked he just peed his pants and pretended he saw nothing. Next morning, we woke up to van-sized boulders sitting in the lake just below that cliff. Still don't know or have an explanation for what happened, but we still talk about it. But back to this Bigfoot lure vision I had. I decided to try and make him a wake bait. It's kind of an awkward shape though, and the water didn't let it move the way I pictured. My dream was for those giant feet to slap water and toss his hips around like Britney Spears in her prime. But it turns out physics still applies, and this mystical forest man didn't do that. I tried a few different foot sizes, but eventually swapped in a Lexan lip and threw in some 3mm foam feet, and I got an action I was okay with. Good enough to fish with. It had a little natural wobble, but if you threw in some rod tip pops, this lure swung its butt around like a truck stop waitress at a Toby Keith concert. And obviously, Bigfoot needed some drip, so I threw on a fresh coat of paint, added a gold chain Biggie Smalls would have fought a bear over, and a cowboy hat because deep down, I know he's doing some cowboy-ass shenanigans when we're not looking. Fishing with Bigfoot started rough. I spent days hunting for a legendary fish to match the legendary bait. Found some mystical waters, but no takers. Thankfully, my dad came along, or I probably would have started talking to tree stumps and naming turtles Gary just to keep sane. And yeah, those are the local cracker cows behind us screaming to get off their land. This mythical lure was really challenging me. When I finally got the opportunity at a fish, I totally whiffed. Oh! Son of a gun. And to add to the frustration, I found more docks and trees than I did fish. Calling him a gladiator might have been generous. He was chewing up wood like a beaver with beef. I mean, it went right down the crotch of that cypress tree.
No, it looked like it bounced off of it. It did. Two ways wedged in there.
There we go. Beating the hell out of this Bigfoot lure. Oh! I don't even know how he's still alive, to be honest. Neighbors are probably all out here. This guy can't fish. But then, right at dusk, when visibility was dimmer than a Dollar Tree flashlight at Diddy's house party and you'd half expect a 7-foot hairy man to be creeping out of the woods, I finally caught a fish. I'm around it now. Oh! Something just took a whack.
Well, at least we weren't all in vain.
And we got it in! The first fish felt good, but it wasn't enough. Like all of the best Bigfoot stories, it felt staged. I mean, come on, catching a fish in the dark? The next day I headed out only to meet misfortune. I finally hit a dock that broke off one of Bigfoot's arms, so I ended up amputating both and replacing both arms with 3mm foam just like his feet. And once Bigfoot had recovered, it was back on the water to try and find that legendary fish. I finally got the second fish on the line, and in broad daylight no less. But of course, the camera decided to take a nap. So yeah, call me a liar. It feels fitting. Bigfoot's out here keeping the legend alive, and apparently I'm just doing my part adding to the myth. An early morning mission with my dad and son finally brought the moment I'd been waiting for. Bigfoot got chomped, and properly. It finally felt real.
Come on. Last cast, baby.
While fishing this lake, I heard of a tall tale that Carole Baskin from Tiger King lives nearby.
Look at the sign inside. There's a big cat rescue sign inside the house.
A giant green sign in the window with the jumping tiger gave it all away. And sure enough, the queen herself walked out.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
Carole Baskin.
Naturally, I kept my cast respectful. The last thing I need or wanted was to end up in a tiger's diet plan. I decided one last fish would seal the deal, put a bow on this big hairy tail, and as we rounded a patch of lily pads, a suspicious looking house came into view. I couldn't help but think, yep, if Bigfoot had a timeshare, this is it.
Here we go. Yeah, he was. Skinny.
Right in the crotch.
Yeah.
We didn't need it.
He's kind of deformed, isn't he?
He does look kind of weird, doesn't he?
That's a good.
Healthy, though.
Yeah, he does.
Here, hold on.
Yeah, he's kind of hunchbacked.
Yeah, I thought so too. Looks like he maybe had it.
Please like this video if you also believe in Bigfoot and enjoyed this tall tale, and subscribe for more fishing and stories.